So at this point, I think there is really need for men to actually take care of themselves very, very well, most especially when it comes to reproduction. If you watch this video through to the end, all the samples I have here, all the semen samples I have here, actually there's nothing inside most of them. This is the only one that is actually okay. All of them will be, the majority of them will be requiring ICSI. And those ones that are requiring ICSI is just about two of the old samples I have. Some of them about two or three doesn't even have anything at all inside. And why am I saying this? Is because it's becoming more alarming now. Like if you're doing like let's say 4, 5 treatments in a day, you're seeing about 3 out of the 5 or 4 out of the 5 that has nothing to write home about. And it's very, very annoying to be honest. This one I'm holding the two pipettes is from one person, and absolutely the two are very bad. Dead cells, nothing inside. This one also low volume, dead cells, nothing inside as well. And I keep wondering, it's becoming out of hand lately. I'm serious, and I would advise for men. So this is the only one that is actually okay there that I can use normally. So, and I think at this point there is need for men to take care of themselves very well. And if possible, you can always check your semen, do your semen analysis maybe twice in a year, or at least twice in a year, just to be very sure everything is going on with you very well. And this is the one I said is okay. If you can see very well from the microscope, you'll see some cells moving. Yeah, so that's the only one that is fine out of everything. I think there is need for men to take care of themselves. I will do more video on this. Take care. Bye.
What are your thoughts on this topic when it comes to male infertility versus female infertility? And how it's such a taboo in African culture to talk about it, to talk about how even sexually frustrated a lot of married women are within marriages. We don't even talk about women who cheat, but they take it to the graves. Okay, we don't talk about paternity fraud. I think there was this guy at JT Lamte in Ghana, and I will try to find the video and link it here, who discovered years down the line that all his kids were births from were birthed from another man. The wife cheated the whole time, and his sperm was they're not working, so it didn't produce any of the children, and he's heartbroken. But this is the realities of it. A lot of men cannot tell if the children that they have with that woman is completely theirs. Sometimes maybe by look, certain features, but it's not always a correct telling of that. But like I said, working in the acute care setting, I see it in an ER, opened my eyes a lot to the African man, the African American man, and the struggle with issues such as this, struggles with issues such as the health part, and how those unhealthy habits lead to high blood pressure, silent killer, the widowmaker, and how that can also lead to issues in fertility, and how having high blood pressure leads to men needing to be on high blood pressure meds, which also leads to further dampening their sexual performances, and also this type of issues because they use substances is because deep down there's a lot of struggle with anxiety, depression, and men would rather just hit or miss. That's why they have a lot of men in marriages are more single than them being called married. They're single, look for side pieces. It's all about the dopamine hit. It's all about sex, selfishness. It's all about status, getting the next shiny thing. And they're not focusing on their health. And depression can lead to some men when they are like in really bad places to be on antidepressants. I prescribe antidepressant to a lot of men before, but they're not compliant because that also tend to impact their sexual performance. And just imagine being in a long-term relationship, marriage, and that person cannot sustain for a minute or less than 2 minutes. Like it's like, and there's no really prelude leading to action or quality prelude to action. And this is why a lot of women might cheat silently, take it to the grave, or cheat, bring the baby and say that's yours because you're married, so you automatically think that's your child. But these are things we don't talk about in our communities. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And follow for more. Subscribe to my channel, TikTok, YouTube. Let's keep carrying all these conversations. Okay, bye.
Hello, all. I'm coming your way again for more talks on male fertility. But in today's episodes, we want to look at a situation where there are no sperms at all. How do you feel when you're going through fertility challenges? And usually, from this part of the world, all eyes are usually on the woman, on the female partner. And how does this come across you that you visit a gynecologist or reproductive scientist and it's discovered that you have no sperms at all as the man? Yeah, we see this situation a lot of times, where men are found without sperms. It's a condition called azoospermia. Well, if you find yourself in this condition, there's no need to panic. It's worrisome though, but then I think you should subject yourself for further evaluation, because what we do usually is this. We'll find out whether or not your body produces sperms and whether or not the sperms are trapped somewhere, because of blockage of the tubes that conduct sperms outside. So all these evaluations will be done. But at the end of the day, if it is discovered that your body produces sperm but doesn't get outside, doesn't get ejaculated in your seminal fluid, one or two things could be done. You could have an IVF with testicular extraction of sperm, testicular extraction of sperms, and this can be used to fertilize your wife's or your partner's eggs, and then you could have an attempt at achieving conception. But if after all evaluation, call it hormonal testing, testicular scanning, and all of that, is discovered that your body doesn't produce sperms at all because of one challenge or problems, then you will be advised on the necessary thing to do. And the common advice in this case would be accessing the services of sperm donation. Now, this may come across to you as being strange, but I want to tell you, a lot of conceptions of fertility care would not have been possible without the services of sperm donation. Sperm donation is a standard fertility care that is accessible and is accepted across the globe. In Africa, Asia, Nigeria, in Europe, wherever you want to mention. So it's an acceptable way of treating couples without sperms at all. So if this option is thrown at you, please quietly and carefully consider it. Otherwise, what other options do you have? Go childless or what? You could get more of this information as you follow me on this social media platform. Until I come your way next time, I'm Dr. Kenneth Iguda. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone. So this is still for the men concerning the video I made about somebody asking me he wants to last 2 hours on bed and the rest. See, all these things has to do with age. Especially, you cannot compare when or how active you are when you are at the age of 25 to how active you would be when you're at the age of 50. So age also matters, and this whole thing gets to tell on your bone and even how you've been stressing yourself. Those are some of the things that contribute to how your body becomes weak on the long run. So age matters a lot when it comes to how you're performing. So stop using an answer because those things are going to damage you more on the long run. You can go natural. There are some natural stuff you can buy probably to help boost your libido. But saying you want to start using some kind of drugs like that, well, I really don't advise that. But you can go natural, get some fruits and stuff like that that can help you boost your libido. And if you know you're living a kind of lifestyle that would maybe contribute more to that, then it is better you stop now before the thing even affects you further. And at least you're still coming, you're still lasting 2 minutes. By then, you might not even last 5 seconds again. And I know some men know what I'm saying. But otherwise, age matters. So with the age or how active you are when you're 20, 25, is not how active you will be when you are 40, 45, 50. So don't kill yourself, please. All right, see you in my next video. Bye.
So, how about the topic of male infertility? What are your thoughts on these videos that are linked here? What are your thoughts of male infertility? What are your thoughts on male high blood pressure, silent killer, especially African American male? How about the widowmaker, sudden heart attack from poor diet, poor lack of exercise, not eating fruits or vegetables? A lot of males don't. Use of substances, alcohol, hard liquor, marijuana, name it, to numb, lack of self-regulation, emotional regulation, lack of doing repair or empathy, lack of emotional regulation skills, lack of healing crappy childhood, lack of wanting commitment in the relationship. What are your thoughts on infertility in males?